Hey there, I'm going to show you how to use drum racks in a creative way to organize your samples. I'm going to work with one that I've already made just to save time. So here's a kick rack that I've made, and you'll notice it's going to take a while to drag and drop in. It's because this kick rack doesn't have just 127 or 28, samples in it. It has several racks within a rack. This is a really great way to organize your samples that you love and you're tired of flipping through your folder to find and hear how they go, or maybe you need to hear them in tempo with the song that you're working on. This is a great way to do it. So, sorry, this is taking a little bit. Okay, here we go. So, I have 4 different racks. And you'll notice that they're not all filled up. Some of them are specific. These are different kicks that I just really like, and I thought they sounded great. So what I did is I wanted a way to use my keyboard to play kicks for me, and I'm going to find C3 on here. Here we go. So, sorry, unfold this. There's C3. Hi, C3. Now that I have C3 here playing 4 on the floor, if I press play and I check back on my rack, it's set up to play not C3. So that's a little bit weird, right? The reason for this is because I have this pitch working for me here. And it's actually set incorrectly, so this is good. I'll show you what I did. So by using the pitch tool, I was able to pitch down this rack, and it's really useful. So I'll show you what I did so I can fix this. So I have it set here to -48. So that means when you play C3, it's going to bring it down now 50 steps, sorry, semitones or half steps. There we go. Now there's the full range. And now if I bring my kick chooser or my pitch all the way up to the top, it plays the top, like the highest sample, which is waiting there on G8, but nothing is there. So the reason this is great, as you can tell, is you just get a click going, basically, a beat, and then you can sample all these kicks at once. Now this was something that was really awesome when I figured out, oh, you can do this, this is great. But, you know, kicks don't, most of us have huge libraries of kicks. Here's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 folders of kicks, and I have other folders and stuff is just kind of scattered around, so I really wanted to have something to be contained in one rack, and this is a great way to do it. So what I did is once I build my kick racks, and I'll put it out here in an external rack so you can see it as a drum rack. Once I finish that, once this ball stops spinning, I said once this ball stops spinning. There we go. So this is the same rack that's contained here. So what I did is I made sure to make a new rack by pressing Command G. Once that rack is made, and I'm basically going to duplicate what I've done here. So I want to make sure that I don't really want to see this, but for now I need to map it. Now I'm going to choose to map this to the macro one here, and I'll do this as kick master. Sounds awesome. So now when I move this, it moves that. That's great. But I have a lot more, right? I have kicks. I have several different kinds. So what I did is I did the same thing 3 different times. So this is where chain comes in. If you don't have chain mapped, you have everything set to 1, or rather 0, and you play C, that was a bad idea to delete that. Great. If you play C, oops, there we go. It's going to play all 3 at the same time, which is not what you want at all. So the way that you can choose between the racks that you've created is by organizing them with a chain. So now chain 1 is my first group, chain 2 is my second group, chain 3 is my third. And I want it like that just because it's easier for them to be organized in this way. So I have rack chooser, and if I leave it like this, it's kind of useful, but I'd have to be really careful about where I'm moving. So instead of that, I really just want to choose my 3. So my minimum, my first one is 3, my max, or my last one, sorry, first one is 1, third one is 3. And this way I can cycle through all 3 separately, so that way I can just go real quick through everything that I have. So now when I play and I'm trying to find a great sound, I can hear it. There's one more thing I didn't show you, and it's this guy is really helpful. When this is on, now it's going to zoom to whatever rack that is in use. If it's not, then you kind of have to guess by looking here and, oh, what's this? So have this on, and that is called the auto select, right? I knew that, that's why I pulled up the info. But it's a great way to work with a huge sample library of any kind. And this isn't restricted to just kicks or snares or claps. It could be chords or vocal samples or anything that you just have a large amount of that you love to use, and maybe you just are tired of using just one type of sample all the time, like some people are. Maybe you want to use more of your library. And the best thing about this too is that all you have to do another one of these is to create a chain, drop in your drum rack in that chain, and then you just start loading in new samples that you found. So here's more kicks that I didn't put in. So all you have to do is just drag these in. And once they're all dragged in, you want to make sure that they're all at 0 dB, copy value to siblings, that the snap's off for everything, that the filter's off for everything. Once you find out what you like, then you can switch it. Then you need to add the pitch effect. Oops. This has to go right in. Let's see. Yes. No? Yes. No. Okay. This has to be grouped inside. And now that this is grouped, now I can assign this to macro 1, and now I can check. I have to create a new chain, sorry. I'm going through all the steps so you can see it. That's why I'm doing it this way. Alright, relax, people. Alright, so 4. So now I have an extra chain that I want to add. This is kicks 4, or whatever. Now I'm going to choose 4. Here it is, and now I want to make sure that I have the right sample being played. There it was. So see how it changed? So maybe it's negative 60. So I want to put my minimum at negative 60, and you'll notice that it changes real fast. So now I don't have that many, so I need to figure out where my max is. 49. Now that that's set, I can take this off, and now I'm able to switch through all of these different kicks that I have. Okay? It would help if you map this to the master kick chooser that's here, and now it's set up to work with the other ones. So you can tell it's a really great tool to work with organizing everything and getting it set up in a way that is convenient and useful, and also it's sustainable. Like, you can keep adding racks and racks and racks, and I mean, I don't know what the limit is on racks that you can have chains that you can have inside of an instrument rack, but you can get the idea that you can have as many as you need. So hope you enjoyed that and that you can use it to get more organized. See ya.